welcome to the Ranger wrap-up. How's everybody doing? What's up, Daniel?
I'm
missing
doing
somebody.
fantastical.
There's
great.
There's a void. There's a void.
Ah, jeez.
Joe got hit by the snapping.
Yeah, I think so. That's what happened. Joe's gone, unfortunately. He'll probably pop up later.
So we're going to have to go back in the timeline and change things so we can get him back.
But Thanos ain't
if
got
we want to.
on
Do we
Joe.
want to get him back?
Look, oh my God, there he is.
Oh, never mind. There he
The
is.
chairman of the board, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him.
It's called Clash, gentlemen. Have it sometime. Woo! We're ready to talk about Hey! Are you a villain? Are you a super villain? What the fuck is going on? What is this?
If you
what is this peach fuzz that you got going on there?
If you watch
when you watch Henshin,
is that the heel turn?
No, when you watch Henshin Hangout.
Hollywood Hogan?
We'll get it when we talk about it in Henshin Hangout.
Oh,
So
that's
tune in
funny.
later.
See, for your heel turn, you grow hair. For my heel turn, I lose it.
Oh, really?
That's what I do. I get rid of it, and now it's like, oh, I need
For my heel
to
turn,
this.
I wear nicer clothes.
And chew gum on air. God, look at you, Jack Nicholson. Oh,
I'll pick that up. I'll pick that up.
Are you serious?
I'll pick that
no
up.
one is gonna get that.
I'll get that. Yeah, what were we talking about? What show is this? This is the movie show?
No.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so the biggest trailers that I saw.
Okay.
Here we go. No, we're talking about Power Rangers.
Don't pick that up, man. I'll pick it up. What are you doing?
Oh,
Yeah, so we're going to talk about Power Rangers.
the
Great.
new toys that came out.
Awesome.
Hasbro's acquisition.
Okay,
of the
cool.
toys.
Who's in the chat room?
Well, we got a few people in the chat right now. We have the Dark Knight Blur, Edward Sanchez Productions, Mikey Perez, Jared Hodges, Thomas Franco, Drew, Toku Kid, of course, the A Games 10, Spencer Shelton, Tristan Elkin. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of people. Darth Baca, John Boy 777.
Hey, I need a vodka.
Anthony Montano,
Vodka
Disney
water.
fan analyst, Robert Ueda. My God, you guys are coming in droves, and I appreciate everything.
So a lot of people want to say. A lot of people are asking. Listen, this is the biggest part of the Power Ranger show. If obviously you guys want to know, I mostly do wear skinny ties. It just happens today I'm not.
It's because I have the skinny tie.
Well, you stole one of them. You did steal one of my ties. Okay, let's talk about this. Before we get into anything we want to talk about Power Rangers, there's a few things we got to talk about to clean up some housekeeping. That is called the Super Chat.
Yeah.
Here is the deal. Most of you already know what the Super Chat is, but for those of you that are new and joining us for the very first time, the Super Chat helps support the show, and it also leaves your comment there longer.
You know what we did last week, though?
I don't care.
we
But you
did
know what we're
last
doing.
week.
You know what we're doing this week.
What's that?
Is we're going to be talking about Power Ranger news, and there's a lot of Hasbro news to come out. However, I had a long conversation with a former Ranger today.
Oh.
Did you?
Yeah, and there's an exclusive that we're going to drop within this coming week.
Nice.
That is going to be a pretty big deal in the Power Ranger world.
Can't wait.
Power
Do you
Ranger.
want to do something fun with the Super Chat?
Nope.
No.
No?
What?
It worked out really
like,
good.
like you suggested. We do the whole kind
did
of fan jumps in, they say something, and we change the topic according to what they say, if we feel that it deems necessary.
They
Well,
really
how does it seem necessary if they're already super chatting us?
Well, I
We're
mean,
agreeing
we
to
may
this?
just mention their comment, but not go into it. It depends.
Yeah, let's let them run our show. That's a great idea.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, if you want to, it can be fun.
No, but we have that. We also have convention seasons coming up. WonderCon's right upon us. And if you look at all the social media that's coming out lately, a lot of the Power Rangers are making convention appearances all around the world. So if you want to show up in style, you don't have to wear a suit. You can just buy one of our shirts from THS or from our TeePublic store.
Oh, yeah.
That will help support the show also. But you get cool Power Ranger shirts to show up to. Listen, Adelaide Kane, right there, that Power Ranger RPM shirt, she loved it. Mm-hmm. That whole cast, actually. Who was Matt Austin?
Matt Austin loved the Once a Ranger.
Thank you.
And the Turbo Rangers loved it. Blake, Tracy, and Roger, they loved the Turbo Ranger shirt. So yeah, it's a
Every
big
Ranger
hit.
that's seen a shirt actually does say something about one of them. Like, oh
And I
man, this
think
is a great show.
Just a shirt, sometimes a Fruit of a Loom Target shirt,
I
they'll
think
say something.
Nakia
When I
really
say a
liked our
shirt, I mean
Shattered
only the
Grid
shirts
shirt.
that count and matter, which is ours.
What'd you say?
Nakia really liked our Shattered Grid shirt.
She did.
Yeah.
So much so that she...
Oh, hey, what's going on in the chat? Hey, how you doing, guys? Guys, so glad you guys are still here in the chat. Appreciate it.
Okay, let's talk about some freaking Hasbro news. Number one, there's a bunch of news that came out this week. The first thing I want to talk about are the toys.
Yep. Toy Fair was last week, right?
Toy Fair was last week. We have a lot of the Screen Rant, which is another outlet that I'm on. Had the exclusive for a lot of the toys that came out. Congratulations, Screen Rant. They had a lot of the exclusives. There's a bunch of role play toys that came out that we saw. There's also the actual action figures that we saw, which look a lot more like the figure arts figures.
Yeah.
More so than those buffed out Bandai figures.
What do you think of the role play ones?
Well, I'm not huge into the role play toys, so I don't really have an opinion. They also had the costumes, like little. But you are into that stuff, so I want you to.
Well, I'm not the mask and the guns and all that, but the Morphers definitely look cooler than the Bandai of Japan ones. So we were talking about how the show was going to have toys when they didn't have like that collectible gimmick.
Yeah.
And they figured it out.
Well, see, my thing is, I'm wondering,
Did they figure it out though?
Pretty close.
There it is.
Are they going to make them larger? Like, for adults as well?
You got a super chat, man.
Super chat. The Dark Knight Blur says, "Who would you F, marry, kill, Ranger Edition?"
I don't know if I'm allowed to answer this question due to.
Because you know a few of them already.
Oh no, it's because of contracts that we all signed.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe that just counts to our own talent. I don't know if it counts to Rangers. Well, I guess we can answer this.
Yeah.
Smash, marry, kill.
It did.
Yeah, you did that last time. We got in trouble.
We got in trouble for it. Okay, so let's do. Should we do Smash first?
Smash?
Yeah.
Okay. Who? So I'm going down the list. Smash.
I have mine.
Okay.
Mine is Alicia Parat. She's Sid on SPD.
Ooh.
She's my Smash.
I would go with.
Actually, no, Christiani. She's my Smash.
Ah, dang it! That's
dang
why I was
it.
waiting for you not to say anything, because
Yeah.
I was like, that's mine.
I would go with Tracy Lynn Cruz.
I gotta pick somebody different. I'm gonna go for the current Yellow Ranger in Ninja Steel. Smash.
The current Yellow Ranger Ninja Steel?
Yeah. Wait,
Okay.
no. What's her name? No, the girl.
So Jordan.
No, the girl. The girl is dating
Can
him.
we bring up?
What is her name?
Can we bring up a picture of the
Yellow
Yellow
Ranger and
Ninja
Ninja
Steel?
Steel?
Shut up, guys.
There he is.
No,
All right.
The white one.
Yeah, there you go.
The white.
All
Ranger.
about him, huh?
The white
white
guy,
Ranger.
yeah. the
Nico
white guy.
Grifo.
Oh yeah, really?
Okay.
Two Red Bulls already. I hope.
Let's
your
do
heart's gonna
Mary.
explode.
Who would you marry?
It would be maybe Yellow Megaforce Ranger.
I think Mary. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Amy Jo Johnson.
Ooh.
Ciara Hanna.
Oh, she's crazy.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That's right, yeah.
It's perfect. It's completely.
Let's go kill.
Ooh.
Joe. He's a Phantom Ranger. So
No.
that counts.
Who do we want to kill? Probably Justin.
That's your kill?
Yeah.
Mine is easy. It's Michael Copon.
Oh, dang.
Wow. Christopher Kamen Lee, because I know him.
Oh, man.
There you go. So let's talk about these. We got these role play toys. They look pretty good. I think that are they on par with what Hasbro's done with the role play toys that Marvel came out with?
That Marvel came out with? They're about the same. They're definitely better. They have better paint jobs than Bandai's, right? I think they're more detailed. A little bit.
Hey man, can you stay focused?
I'm reading.
Bandai is pretty lazy when it comes to painting. Like, if you look at the actual action figures, like, Bandai barely paints the actual weapons in their hands.
Yeah.
Whereas Hasbro, they're taking a little more time with it.
So let's talk about the actual figures. I mean, I think the role play toys, I don't think they're up to par. They feel like more kid friendly, and they should be, than the Marvel ones do, because the Iron Man helmet seems pretty cool, and then the Black Panther or the Infinity Gauntlet seems really cool.
There's two different Hasbro lines, though, right? Isn't there like a?
It's the Marvel Legends line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the only Marvel Legends line. But let's talk about these actual figures. These are the key figures for their line. And those are the Beast Morpher figures. First of all, the first thing that jumps out at me is the posability. It looks really, really good. Do you think this falls in line with the Lightning Collection?
I think this is maybe a step below the Lightning Collection, but it's still like really compared to the Bandai one. It's way better. I think there's so many more points of of articulation.
Yeah, for those.
And they look more screen accurate than the Bandai. The Bandai ones look like, we're upgrading our character. Let's put some steroids in them and make them look crazy.
Yeah, exactly. This one does seem a whole lot more as far as screen accurate. The size, just the size differential you'll see between the different.
Do we know if these are 5-inch or 6-inch?
I think they're
5.5.
Yeah.
Oh, 5.5? Okay, so they're obviously not going to line up very well with your legacy lines. Those are the 6-inch, a little over 6-inch figures. But these are going to be a new line. Now, here's the thing. Do you hold off and not get these and just wait for the legacy figures for Beast Morphers to come out? Or do you, or not legacy figures, sorry. Lightning Collection Beast Morphers come out, or do you get these?
I think the first adopters are going to be the kids.
So these are for the kids?
Yeah, will be for the kids. And then the Lightning ones will be for collectors. And kids, too.
J-Ball said they actually are 6-inch, and we do happen to have a super chat.
Ooh, super chat. The Dark Knight Blur says, is the weapons going to be Zord use only like before? Zord use only like before. I don't quite know what he means, but... Oh, well, here's the Zord from Beast Morphers. What do you think how it looks? They didn't use...
It looks better than the Ninja Steel one.
Yeah. Oh, way better. Way better. It looks... it's a different mold than the Bandai one, that's for sure.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, that I'm interested in, is that Hasbro has such extensive experience doing Transformers that I'm very curious to see how they're going to use that technology or that kind of a style of figure making and translating that into Power Rangers.
Yeah. You think... Because, so they're... With Bandai, they had the Zord builders, where it's interchangeable with different Zords.
Right.
You think Hasbro just did away with that, or makes everything just exclusive to this current season that it's in?
Well, it depends. I mean, if the season may have a change up as far as Zords and everything like that, I think what they'll do is make sure that they connect to just what's happening for this series, and then for the next series, they won't connect at all.
So this is the Play School one. That's the.
Well, that's why.
That's a rendition of the Wild Force Megazord.
Yeah, you're crazy though. The Play School one still looks kind of cool though. Like, you know what? It looks better than what are those ones that came out just recently when they had the Imaginex. It looks better than the Imaginex ones.
Yeah, the proportions are a little weird, but
it looks kind of like chibi, like just kind of.
Like Jezzer.
You can definitely tell it's for kids. You know, you can see that when it's like
it's Jezzer sized. That's what we call it around here. But I think that the figures in general are looking aesthetically better. The thing is, are people going to buy them? Because the fact is, Bandai promised us they were going to make every Ranger in this Legacy line. They tried, didn't work out. Fact is, you people out there don't buy women Power Rangers, and that's the way it goes. You just don't. Because when I used to see these on the toy shelves, I saw 9 million yellow and pink Rangers, and I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of those. That
are just like, hey, we tried to produce the same exact amount as we did for the male counterparts, and those will be the ones that show on the shelf.
But like Jezzer said, I think that these 6-inch figures are more for the kids, not necessarily. I mean, they're also for the collector as well.
Yeah.
But I think that the Lightning collection is what you're going to be waiting.
But even because there are Lightning collections of the red. And is it yellow? So yeah, but there's also the one that I thought looks pretty cool is what's the name of the villain Ranger? The Buster.
For the
Dark Buster.
The Dark Buster. Do you have that one? Well, there's also a Dark Buster who it's like more of a maroon.
See, for me, this figure right here is very reminiscent of the Bandai line that they had when they would just run their initial figures.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, this is just a henchman. So I mean.
Sure.
Well, my question is still, honestly, and it's something I would love to hear from people in the chat. Seeing the toys, hearing the news, how likely are you guys to actually go out and purchase these toys? Or are you all waiting for the Legacy figures? That's something I would love to know.
No, Lightning collection.
Oh, Lightning collection. I'm sorry, Legacy is dead. The Legacy and the Legacy.
Look at that little Screen Rant logo on there, Rob Keys. You son of a bitch.
I love
you got your wish, Rob Keys. You son of a bitch.
I love how no Power Ranger outlet got their hands on the images for images.
We did.
On these ones?
We actually got them sent at the same time, but I was busy, so we got the email. But
and Screen Rant just recorded.
But the other outlets are just cutting off the Screen Rant things. Give them credit when they got it. You guys didn't get it.
True.
You guys didn't get it.
I want to talk about. I want to talk about where the marketing's going because we're seeing a lot of kid-friendly toys. Mm-hmm. And listen, Jason Bischoff said, and this is going to be a new angle that you're not going to hear anybody else or anywhere else because I'm saying it.
I like that.
Here's the thing: Jason Bischoff said himself, and so did Chip Lynn. Mm-hmm. Power Rangers lost its way. They want to go back more to the comedy side. And now it coincides with what they've been saying because now we're seeing toys that are very much geared towards kids instead of the hardcore audience. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about what you think that means going forward.
Well, if they're going to do that and they're doing the comedy so this way they can appeal to the younger audience, I think that will be seen as far as the numbers and the toys that are being sold. If it works properly and it does kind of ring true for the kids will go out and they'll purchase the toys in droves. Mm-hmm. So there'll be the high sales. We won't know until that actually happens, if it was a good idea or if it was a bad idea, in my opinion.
Jezzer, give me your opinion.
It makes sense for them to be aiming it towards the kids. Only because...
Whoa.
Yeah, well, you're right.
Yeah. Only because the success of a toy line, or the success of a show...
And sex.
Wow.
The success of a show is based on the toy line. So, I spoke with one of these guys that work for the company that releases the Ninja Turtle line.
Mm-hmm.
NECA.
No, not NECA. The current Nickelodeon TV show one.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and he said that there's a bunch of shows that they cancel just based on how their toy sales.
Well, I mean, a great Young Justice.
Yeah, Young Justice.
Yeah.
Young Justice was canceled because of that reason
toy
specifically.
sales. So I think that Hasbro's doing right by the show by aiming it towards the kids, mm-hmm. because of course, and they also have their Lightning line, for the collectors, but they want to do the mass stuff for the kids, so that because that's what's going to sell the show. That's
Definitely.
Really what's going to sell the show.
I agree, and we got a super chat right
Daniel's
now.
going to struggle
from,
through it, but we'll
Tristan
go for
Elkan.
it.
If they go comedy with BM, what's that? These Morphers. Then
Bowel
Dark
movements.
Buster. What?
Bowel movements.
Bowel movements.
Oh, bowel movements. I'm sorry. Then Dark Buster will be like Jack Spicer from Shaolin Showdown. Oh, wow. Shaolin Showdown.
So I want to talk about something very specifically. Mm-hmm. And I think that the important thing to talk about is that I'm going to be this guy because I don't really give a fuck anymore.
Oh, here it comes.
Fact is this. From what I've been told by somebody very close to the brand, besides Beast Morphers, Power Rangers won't really be doing anything like substantial for 1.5 to 2 years.
Yep.
And that was somebody very close to the brand. They literally told me that they're doing their own thing. They've already told Hasbro, hey, this is what we're doing, and these are the people that are included. Hasbro can't do anything about it. And actually, they got one of the old Power Ranger producers to do it. Mm-hmm. I'll have more on that story later at that#show.com, but that's what you call a tease.
Yeah.
That's what I did there. That's a tease.
That's a good one.
But here's the thing. My problem isn't necessarily with the ambitions that Hasbro has. I think that Hasbro and AllSpark are doing a lot of great things at their company, like Bumblebee. I want to see that creativity flow through Power Rangers, and I haven't seen that yet. All I've seen, listen, this show's supposed to premiere in March, right?
Yeah, no trailer.
It's fucking February, guys.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Does that not frighten anybody that they don't know what the fuck they're doing? Like, I feel like there's a lot of head spinning, a lot of people that have a lot on the line, but no direction on where to go. Guys, Hasbro, get it the fuck together. Here's the thing. You, at Morphicon, you sold us on a bag of goods.
Yeah.
Fucking live up to it. I've used the F-bomb 3 times, and that's it. I promise you. But here's the deal. We got another super chat. But you have to make it for all ages. The great thing, you and I just saw How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Yeah.
The great thing about that movie...
Man, I saw that picture. It's like, damn, they were fucking marketing the shit out of this movie.
But the great thing about... Oh, yeah. The great thing about that movie, though, is that it's for kids, but adults can enjoy it as well.
Yeah. I mean, we had, what, on your left...
This woman was literally, like, bawling next to me.
Two girls, two grown women on my right, crying, like, just really crying. And I was just like, damn.
Hit me with it.
And as you said, pretty much it is something that we're still going along with in the Super Chat. Heal Life says they're aiming for kids. Most parents buy Power Rangers for boys, which is why girl figures fail.
Truth.
Well, look, I completely understand that and I agree with that, but here's the thing. I think that, honestly, Power Rangers, there needs to be a change. Maybe this might be a Sentai thing. Maybe you guys can talk about this on Henshin at some point in sometime. But I think it's a mindset thing because you look at Power Rangers as the Red Ranger being a strong, dominant male character.
Yes.
I feel that Power Rangers is so much more than that because there's so many strong female characters in it that don't get a highlight. Look, Forever Red was all Red Rangers. Why don't we get a Forever Pink?
I do not know.
It doesn't and I feel that Power Rangers should really embrace the heritage of their strong female characters. Trini is one of the strongest female characters of the 90s of a superhero ever. Embrace that. I mean, Trini's a badass, honestly.
It's amazing to me, I'm sorry, but it's the comic that took the time.
I didn't finish my sentence. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but it's interesting. The comic took the time to point that out. And it was something that fans have always been saying. Like, yo, Trini definitely was a badass. She was someone that definitely stood out. And we feel that, unfortunately, we didn't get enough time to truly see her and really shine. The comic is paying attention to that. And it goes all to your point. And this is something Toku is even saying also in his super chat, which is, I've said it before, the season after is where I expect change. This season
that makes sense.
None.
The turnover. The turnover.
That's a dangerous proposition, though. Because what if Power Rangers loses money by then? Here's the thing. I personally feel that I think that Hasbro kind of it's crazy. So it's like they bought a used car and they just wiped a new coat of paint on it without changing the engine and said, you know what? This car's a brand new car. Fact is, you still have all the working pieces that made it the same from before. You needed to shake things up and change things. I think that you have a lot of great writers at your disposal. And listen, guys, if you don't want to shoot in New Zealand, take a chance and shoot in Los Angeles. Make it a SAG show again. Yeah. Do whatever it takes.
Shoot in Vancouver.
Give fans what they want. Because if you respect the fans with good storytelling, good action,
respect them with actors,
then the fans are going to respect you back with views and toy sales and everything else. I think that it's all synergetic.
Whoa, Thomas Franco, calm down, man. You're not running the chat. I see you over here kind of going off on people. She's asking what's the news, and you're telling her to listen and pay attention. Calm down, man. Calm down with that, all right?
Hey,
that's not how we do stuff.
He said, you tell him, Joe. Hey.
No,
we got another one.
All right, we got a super chat from BC820. In season 2 of Mighty Morphin, when Tommy officially became team leader, can you see any other 6 Rangers as the team leader as well?
Yeah.
I mean, there have been other moments where there's been a 6 Ranger that's been a leader, besides Tommy coming back, or besides Jason showing up.
Maybe
Jason was not a leader.
He wasn't the leader. That's
maybe
true.
a Quantum Ranger?
Iffy.
It was his world.
Well, technically, I would say Shadow Ranger from SPD.
Okay.
Tommy also as the Black Dino Thunder Ranger. I would say he was a leader.
I think he was part of the original team. I don't think that they were a 3-man team. I think they were a 4-man team.
I think I mean, but
the 6th Ranger was Trent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Who else we got? Lauren from Samurai.
Yeah, but she
didn't get a long time there.
Yeah.
I would probably say.
Was that?
Personally, I would say Claire from Dino Charge.
Oh yeah.
Or was her name Claire? What was the name of the show? It's Claire,
Dr.
right? Oh, Dr.
God, it was only 2 seasons.
It was Claire Blackwelder. Anyway, the Purple Ranger. I think she was the leader in Dino Charge. When she was I think she was there. But yeah.
Not so much as Tommy. Tommy just freaking ran with it for how many seasons after?
I mean, dude, look, this guy shows up as an evil ranger, goes through the whole change to become a good ranger, and then has this level of dedication to make sure that he stays good forever. If that dude comes back, he is pretty much like the Ultimate Ranger. Yeah. The guy knows how to do the job.
Dagron. I don't think Dagron was a leader.
Kendall was her name.
There you go.
That's right. Kendall. Also, I honestly I would say Mike too from Lost Galaxy a little bit.
No, Mike. As soon as
he doesn't do a ton.
No, as soon as he turned into Mike, he just kind of fell back, faded into the shadows.
Well, here's the deal. I think Leo was not the leader. I felt if anybody was the leader on that team, it was Kai.
It was Kai. It was definitely Kai.
Just like in space, Chris Kamen Lee. You're not gonna want to hear this. Drink some fucking Jack Daniels and get over it. But here's the deal: you weren't the leader of your team. It was TJ.
It was.
It was still TJ.
It was.
Yeah, and Zane didn't take over. Zane just fell on the back too.
Who's Zane? Oh,
No.
yeah, the Silver Ranger.
Layla has said something that goes a point to what you said earlier, which is people fail to realize how much Power Rangers had an effect on the girls. Jen from Time Force is literally a role model because she's the meaning of what it means to be a strong female ranger. And then Johnny immediately chimes in and says, well, I agree with Joe, we need a Forever Pink.
100%.
Do you feel that's something that we do need? A Forever Pink?
100%. Are you kidding me?
Even if it's not a Forever Pink, like a girl team up episode.
No, I feel like you discredit it if you don't do Forever Pink. I feel like you need a Forever Pink.
Yeah.
Now, are there other Forevers that we haven't had yet, like a Forever Black or Forever blah blah?
We haven't had anything.
Nothing else. It's just always been Forever Red so far.
Just
So
one episode.
if you feel that if we ever got another Forever, do you think Pink should be the next one that we do?
Personally, I think it should be Forever Pink because historically throughout Power Rangers on television have all been female Pink Rangers. I mean, you can count some male Pink Rangers that were in the comics. That's fine. But it should be Forever Pink. Second, after that, if you want to go further, I would go Forever Blue. And then let's go from there. But or even Forever Yellow, because Forever Yellow had Blue Ranger. I guess Blue did too. Both. But Forever Pink. I think the one thing that we've been lacking in Power Rangers is a strong centric female storyline. I think that we've never you know what? It's crazy. For the Neo Saban era, we've gotten I lost my dad and I need to find him again twice.
Yes.
Twice.
That is very true.
We've never had any strong female like driving force of like this is my story.
Yeah.
And even when we did, it was so downplayed that it didn't matter. So I think personally, I think they should dive in to strong female characters because look, at the end of the day, Power Rangers isn't just a male-dominated thing. I've been in Power Morphicon. Layla's in the chat. We have a lot of females in the chat.
Yeah, we have a lot of female
Fact is,
fans.
they like Power Rangers just as much as we do. And it's one thing I love about Alita Battle Angel, just switching gears for a second, is that it made me walk out of that movie thinking, oh, I want to be Alita. I literally want kids, because I mean, when I saw Wonder Woman, I remember when I was at Target, there was two little boys that bought DC action figures, and one of them bought Batman, and the other one was like, oh, I want Wonder Woman. And to me, that was like, oh, how cool. Like, this little boy wants Wonder Woman, right? I think it would be cool when we just stop being like, oh, well, you can identify with any Ranger. It doesn't matter the gender. It matters their story. I think that's the most important thing about the show that it does. Power Rangers has always been ahead of its time. If you look back in 93, 94, 95, that show was about, like, they were literally talking about the planet. They were talking about, like, cleaning things up. They were doing things that all these social justice warriors are doing now.
Yeah, it was a story or a message concerning inclusion.
It was by far ahead of its time.
Captain Marvel.
That's what we've lost. That is what we've lost. Like, we've lost that. And the thing is, we've also lost a sense of good storytelling. Because when you got to Time Force, SPD, Lost Galaxy, Power Rangers in Space, RPM, I can go on and on with great seasons.
Right.
But when you lost good storytelling and you told a story for the sake of just putting on a TV show, that's where you lose people.
Now, this is interesting. It still goes
But we have
on
a super chat,
subject
though.
there now, and the super chat does say the Dark Knight Blur says it's also time for Sentai to make an all-female team. How do you guys feel about that? Because I think usually the way it goes is if Sentai does it, then finally we'll get it here. Do you think that's something Sentai should do?
Listen, I don't care if it's an all-female team. The thing is, I just want a female Red Ranger that is a leader. That's like, you know what? This is who we're taking our orders from. Look. Imagine if Go Kaiger, instead of it being Captain Marvelous was a female. What does it change the character? It doesn't change it at all.
If anything, it could have been.
It doesn't change anything. So why not take a bold move and do that? Now, I understand that culturally it's a little bit different in Japan than it is in the United States. I get that. But it's not like we've gender bend Rangers in America before. I mean, Trini in America is not the same as Trini in Japan. Yeah. We've done it before. I feel
Trini
like
in Japan is boy.
Yes. Yes.
Literally boy.
I mean, look, guys, let's just do things a little bit different. Shake things up.
But on the Sentai side, I feel like
I can't answer you.
I feel like Sentai is trying. They're definitely trying. Like they have very strong female characters, like versus ours. Like what last season we had? Oh, Sarah's cheating. You know, she's a cheater.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
versus the storylines in Japan where they have like really deep stories.
Well, I mean, see, it's interesting because like Deckelmeier very vocal about it and says that idea of having an all-female team would possibly kill Sentai. Do you feel like that would be the case?
So
Ignorant people that aren't into good storytelling would kill Sentai. That's what it comes down to.
So
You can sit here and say that, like, oh, listen, if this is the best story ever told, and just because it's a female team, does not relegate it to destroying something. To me, that is extremely sexist, and it's a closed-minded way of thinking. Honestly, if you gave me an all-female Power Ranger team, I will fucking embrace it. As long as it's a well-told story, what does it matter?
I mean, my thing is, I think we still need a diverse team. Yes, have males, have females, but do indeed change it up. Give me a female Red Ranger. Give me a female leader. And then after that, kind of mix up the team in any other way you need to. I think start that way. Start in a way that's still bold and different, but not something that's going to alienate everyone.
There was a Sentai, and probably Justin can elaborate with that. There was a Sentai where it was an all-female team.
It's like the mom's one, right? Like Sentai. It's like the.
Because
No,
I
for
had,
real.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was like, this is a
because I
joke.
had a magazine. It might have been.
No. Isn't it the one where they're all moms and they're all
no.
like.
What
What is it?
Rangers.
Oh, it was a special. It was a special.
I'll find it. But there was an all-female team. I don't know if it was Super Sentai, but it was Power Ranger-esque. It might have been.
Oh, Hana Rangers is that they
There
were
you
the
go.
villains.
Toku says it right there, and he says the only time we had a female Sentai, Hana
Villains
Rangers.
and Alien Rangers, or
Oh man, Super Chat's coming in.
yeah, another one.
Oh, this is something that a lot of people have been talking about over and over, and it's something that I was thinking about too. The Dark Knight Blur says, has Power Rangers addressed the LGBTQ community?
Technically, Haley,
Yeah, right?
Haley from Dino Thunder was supposed to be a lesbian, and they didn't really want to go full into that spectrum. But
the
what
redhead?
yeah.
Okay.
But if you look, and I guess this is a choice that the actress made. If you look around her office, she had like rainbow flags and like rainbow mugs.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. So they were being
Tokyo's
very,
right. It was
very
Hana
progressive.
Rangers.
They were being very progressive at the time. They were trying to be very
Now,
progressive.
during
at the
that time, was that still under the Disney banner?
That was
or
the Disney banner.
And that's the thing, and I wonder if that was a kind of big thing, because at that time, I know behind the scenes, Disney was very LGBTQ, like, just like pushing forward for everything, as far as within the company. But in front...
I mean, I'm proud of you for picking your Yellow Ranger,
you shut up. That's
Nico Greetham as
Good
your...
job, man.
One no.
Mary.
One no.
You
I
picked
really
them.
meant the white one. I didn't. The season was horrible, guys. There's a lot I tried to wipe off my
Nico
head.
Greetham.
I forgot
Hey,
who was what.
be proud of it. Nico Greetham. You picked him to marry. I like it.
I'm not proud
He's
of
a
that
nice
because
guy.
All right, we got-
he's not a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. He's a
not
great guy. He's a
attractive.
good guy.
So that's the thing. He's not attractive. No.
He's attractive.
We're gonna have him on the.
No,
we're gonna have him on the
he's not.
show, and we're gonna play that for him.
Yeah. And then I'll look at him like.
But hold on, we're not even done talking. Hold on. We only have a couple minutes left,
Okay,
and I want to
alright.
get back to real news here.
Okay.
There's something I told Brennan Mejia and Mike Jin and Steve Cardenas at last year at Long Beach Comic Con. I went up to Brennan and I said, listen, I actually had lunch or dinner. It was lunch or dinner with Brennan, and I said, hey, I'm hearing that Power Rangers movie rights are going to go to Paramount. And this is well before this was announced. And I said, I know somebody at Paramount that said that these... I don't want to say her name. She's going to get mad. But that she told me, and I knew this, and I was like, this is what I'm hearing. And he's like, I haven't heard anything of that. And it just comes out this week. Guess what? Power Rangers sequel. Paramount. It's probably going to
It's
happen.
sequel or movie. That's what I've been hearing
yeah.
too. But the sequel has been in some articles, and then movie has been.
Movie.
I'm going to ask Dacre Montgomery the next time I see him. Me and
Yes.
Dacre are boys.
You're boys.
But I'm going to find out. And we're
What
gonna
would
get
you
the
want?
bonus.
Would you want sequel or movie?
Sequel, 100%. I thought the movie was very, very good. Thought it was solid, and I want to see where those Rangers go. Now, if they can't get everybody back, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Let's say you can't get Naomi Scott back. Let's say you can't get Ludi Lin back, and let's say you can't
You
get
can get Louis Lin back.
whatever. Let's just say you can't. But fine. Let's say you can't get Naomi Scott back. Let's say you can't. Let's just say you just can't get her.
I think it's
Let's
just her.
just say I don't mind that character being Aisha. I don't mind Aisha being the Pink Ranger for the movie universe. You know what I mean? Casting a new character, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it being in its own world, living in its own entity. I think that it's great. And let's be honest, you're probably not going to get Naomi Scott back at this point.
No.
But did I show you? You have the video. Why haven't we done anything with this video that I have, Josh? My Ludi Lin thing where he does the...
Oh, yeah. It's
All right. Ludi, look, I talked to Ludi Lin. He definitely wants it to happen. Dacre Montgomery definitely wants it to happen. Becky G's schedule's all pending. And, of course, RJ.
Can I ask you a question, though?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I
already can tell. This is a stupid question. You
no.
just
In recent, in movie times, like when a franchise starts off with one studio and moves to another, has it always been successful?
It's really hard to distinguish.
Like, has there been any precedents for that?
Well,
or like a franchise moves to a different studio?
Can you name a movie that jumped studios?
Yeah, I'm
trying to think.
there has to be something, but I just don't know.
It doesn't even have to be a superhero, kid show.
I mean, that's a who?
What?
Pac-Rim 2.
Oh,
Pacific Rim 2.
Oh, shoot.
I like Pacific Rim 2
Oh
better
yeah,
than Pacific
but you
Rim
can
1,
tell the
though.
tone was different.
Well, it's because they had more
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I think in Pacific Rim 2 is just a fun movie.
If they make the sequel like Pacific Rim 2, I think we're good.
Yeah,
Greetings.
100%. I thought Pacific Rim
Thanks
2
for the
was
shout out
great.
from Germany. We appreciate it.
Personally, me personally, I think I want to see a sequel to that movie.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
What's up?
What?
RJ's working on Swamp Thing now. Can't
Hey,
wait to see that.
You know what? There's multiple actors working on multiple things. Doesn't mean they can't do both.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they can't do it.
No. Check it off. It's
Like,
over for
oh
me.
man, I'm on one episode of this one show. I can't do that big movie. Sorry.
I can't do a film.
my
I'm sorry.
schedule is just really tight.
Oh boy.
I mean, look at The Rock. Like The Rock has like a TV show, has a few movies.
That man is one of the hardest working men in entertainment besides this guy. Drew hits us up and says, "What would you most like to see in the future movies? Personally, I'd like to see Kyle Higgins involved with the writing. Good one. Probably wishful thinking.
Hey,
Kyle Higgins.
I'll say this.
That would be great.
It's possible Kyle Higgins can be involved in something that we'll talk about soon in an exclusive on that.
This whole episode has just been teased.
Tease.
I can't reveal it. I can't. I can't.
Don't say it.
I can't. You
No,
can't.
go watch our other. Go look at our other articles. Why don't you go fucking do that? Here's another thing too. One last thing before we go. I want to say this. Hasbro, get your fucking shit together.
Jason Bischoff needs to get off Twitter.
Well, no, he's fine on Twitter.
Oh,
You just can't. I feel like there's a lot of promises coming. Like, hey, surprise me. Just surprise me. That's all I'm saying. Like, you had a lot of cool ideas in Morphicon. I haven't yet seen anything. Hey, cool. What do you got? You got nothing? Cool. Let's do a trailer about nothing. The fact is, just do something. I mean, you have the fans. You made this big announcement with these Rangers. People are excited that you're going back to Go Buster. Fucking do something with it. Like, make an impact. You know what I mean? Like, we want also more people want to see more of this Lightning collection, right? We want to see more of the Lightning collection. We want to see more of that stuff. So, oh yeah, is this the Heel Life thing? The episode tease on Jezzer's facial hair?
Yeah.
You do have facial hair. What's with that?
My razor is dull.
It's dull just in that area of your face?
No, it's dull, so it hurts. So I just
So you just stopped when you got to that area?
Yeah,
of
you
your
were
face?
like, yeah, and just stopped right there.
It's like pulling the hair.
Look, another thing, last closing thought that I have, I don't know what these guys have, last closing thought that I have is that the Power Ranger community, if everybody wants everything to be cool, like, they should support each other, because I see a lot of people not doing that in other people's times of need. Or not even times of need, but just in general. I see it being a cool trend to say that you're doing cool things, just to say you're doing cool things. So let me just give you a little insight on me.
Hashtag don't mean shit.
Let me give you a little insight. I don't give a fuck about that. Here's the thing. If you've been cool with us all the way through, I'm gonna be cool with you all the way through. If you haven't, the fuck are you talking about, bro? Get the fuck out of here. Jezzer, what do you got to say? You looked at me with a weird little face there.
I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Just saying, if people aren't like cool. Like people say a lot of things, and I feel like they do it just for the publicity to do it. But
Ooh, oh, that's cool. We thank you guys for all the super chats. We got the Dark Knight Blur, Tristan Elkin, Toku Kid, BZ8020, and Drew. Thank you so much,
Shout out to
guys.
you guys. We definitely do appreciate it.
Yes, yes.
So,
Thank
closing
you.
thoughts and nothing from you?
I'm excited to talk about the second to last episode of Lupat.
Okay.
So if you guys haven't been watching that, you guys gotta catch up. It actually got better. It actually got better.
what about you?
My closing thoughts, one thing that I would like to say, closing thoughts, maybe the Ranger Nation should be a little bit more open-minded. Just looking at this chat and seeing some of the topics that we went over, there are some people in there that I was like, wow. And we're looking at the micro of the macro. So there are a lot of people that are like
that
LGBTQ, blah, blah, XYZ. I hate that stuff. Or, women, blah, blah. That's stupid. I'm like, wow, this is a shock for me.
I'm going to be in Orlando on
he-
Tuesday
he
and
likes
Wednesday.
to.
I'm going to be in Orlando on Tuesday and Wednesday. If anybody is in Orlando and wants to hang out, tweet me.
Thank
and
you,
we'll figure it out.
He Life super chatted too. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. He'll life, we apologize. Thank you very much.
Guys, that's going to do it for us right here at that hashtag show. We will be back in just a little bit. Not we, but he will be back in just a little bit with Henshin Hangout. And then following that, you're going to want to stay tuned because we got some great trailers that came out, and that's going to be on the Box Office Showdown. But guys, join us later on tonight. We got you covered throughout the night. Stay in. It's cold in America. Watch that hashtag show. But also, hit that like, share, and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending
In geek pop culture.